Hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my new ranking video for the Mission Impossible movies ranked. So without further ado, let's rank. Alright everyone, so with that said, I did say that this is all the Mission Impossible movies ranked. Oh, 8 of them. And so without further ado, this list isn't the right list, it's just my list. This is how it was a little difficult to put together, and I know that other people are going to hate the ending of this, but let's get started. So number 8 on this list is MI2, Mission Impossible 2, and a lot of people can agree with this. I rewatched all of these like every Saturday leading up to, I was hoping to go see Mission Impossible on a Saturday, went to see it on a Monday, on Memorial Day, because I saw Lilo and Stitch on Saturday, and I'll get to what I think of the most recent one later, but MI2 is where I was watching them all in preparation, and MI2 is like, it feels the most James Bondy, and not a negative way. Like, I'm not a big James Bond fan. Like, I'm a big action guy, but I've never been into the lore of James Bond. I'm a more Mission Impossible guy. And this film, though, is fun enough for the concept, for the stunts, you know, Ethan Hunt climbing and then him jumping off from one rock to the other rock with no harness or anything like that. It's a crazy stunt. And you got the whole Chimera thing, which is a little generic. I just love Ving Rhames and Ethan Hunt working together, and Ethan Hunt on a motorcycle, Tom Cruise on a motorcycle is classic, but the John Woo-isms with the birds, with the iconic birds in the last half, and the slow-mo, it's strange. You know, the horse race scene is like the one thing I remember. We get Anthony Hopkins and the horse race scene. I'm like, I told my dad, I think this is the one with the horse race scene. There's scenes about it that I remember. It's just like, this is Mission Impossible. You're watching and go, this is Mission Impossible? Yeah, it is. It's not the greatest, but it's fun to rewatch, I guess. Next up, we got the original Mission Impossible, the 1996 one. And the reason I have this one here, there's a huge gap from MI2 to this one. And some people will say, you should have this one higher. I know. Don't disregard where this is. I mean, like, if your original film is at number 7 for me, you're doing something right. Like, this is a fantastic franchise. You're doing something right. Yeah. As I'm looking at my list, I'm changing it up, maybe a little bit. So anyway. So this one for me, I like it. You know, they get the train sequence at the end, and how it's like bookend starts with this, and then Dead Reckoning has a train as well. But I like that. I think it's tense from the get-go. It's, you know, we have this first group team-up scene, and Jack dies, who's Emilio Estevez, he dies, so it's tense in that sense, like, okay, things are happening, yeah, and then the water scene, we get some cool stunts in here, we get the water blast scene, and then we get the famous Langley heist scene where he's hanging with a drop of sweat. It's super tense. This movie's tense right out of the gate for the first movie, and it's a winner for our franchise. And going into the second one, it's distinct in flavor of Brian De Palma and the John Woo style. They're both different styles for these directors, and I like that, like from the first one to the second one, how it's not just the same rinse and repeat rehash. I like that, and you know, you feel that going into the second one, oh, they're different styles. But it's like, you know, Mission Impossible 2 doesn't feel like Mission Impossible. There's cool stuff happening, but, you know, the comparison, like, okay, it's not just a rehash of Brian De Palma trying to just take completely what he did before and copy and paste it. So I kind of like that. So that's where I'm sitting. Mission Impossible 3 is next up. Now, there's little gaps here. So there's a huge gap between Mission Impossible 2 and 1. And there's a tiny gap between 3, Mission Impossible, Mission Impossible the original, and this one, and then between the next one, because I'm going to tell you what the next one is after this. It's kind of how it goes with the ranking. But MI3 is one I am, like, it's not a mid-film. I have questions about until the most recent film that came out. And I'm like, okay, this makes it better. Like, MI3 was like, but it's really good. It's really good. One of my friends, my friend Michael, who you see him in videos, he despises this film because of J.J. Abrams. I'm just saying that. Like, I'm not trying to get him annoyed or anything. He doesn't like it. I rewatching the films in preparation, I was like, this is so good. The Michael Giacchino soundtrack really elevates this film. So does all the other soundtracks, but, well, all of them. But this film has a great soundtrack, has a great story. The Rabbit's Foot is confusing, but until you get to the next one, like, I love the villainous Philip Seymour Hoffman and the interaction between Ethan Hunt's family life. Like, it's a little weird. We get this, like, party, like, dinner scene. It's like, okay, where's the action? But then the action picks up, like, 15 minutes in, and you're there. You get Carrie Russell. You're there. You meet up. She dies. It's tense. She's like, what's happening? Or you're like, what's happening? And then they, like, in the beginning, you think Ethan Hunt's gonna die. Like, his wife is there. You're like, what's going on? You get all this backstory stuff. So I really like that. Like, this one elevates, is higher than the first one for me because we get to learn more about Ethan Hunt and all this stuff. So in the third movie of this, and it's not really a trilogy, but then we get more movies. So I like that development, but in number 3. So that's what I think. It's at number 6 here. Number 5, I changed it. I don't know why I had Ghost Protocol at number 5. I'm an idiot. Number 4 is The Final Reckoning. Now, I made my review last week. Be sure to go check that out. And this one's higher than number 3 for me because I think there's a lot of good stuff in number 3. And as well, I think there's a lot of good stuff in this one. However, I was a little bit negative in my review of this film, The Final Reckoning. But that said, it ended on such a not cliffhanger note, on a satisfying note for the franchise. I went, all right, thank you for what you've given me, cinema, Tom Cruise and cinema. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great stunts in here. They give me answers to the Rabbit's Foot that kind of address, they address other movies. They address Mission Impossible 3, and specifically the original Mission Impossible. They have this envelope that says 1996 on it, referencing the date of the original Mission Impossible. And they bring back Langley, the guy from the Langley heist, when he's doing this in the original. So I really like that. I really like all the tie-ins. But again, as I said in my review, it just feels long and not necessary to... Not as a film. Like, it just... I enjoyed the film, but, like, the soundtrack was off. I'd much rather enjoy other Mission Impossible films than this one. Like, I'm sorry. In this one, it felt longer. It didn't feel like the pacing of the music just felt like I literally dozed off at one point and was like, I didn't doze off because I was bored of the film. I dozed off because kind of was bored, but I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, can we speed it up, please? And then once we hit the, like, hour mark, then it, like, 30 minutes in, I was like, after the intro, I was like, there were moments, there was like a big chase scene in the beginning, like after the intro opening credits, and then I don't know, something happened where I dozed off, but I was like, come on, Mission Impossible, speed the things up. But that's where I'm at. That's what number 5 is, Final Reckoning. Number 4 is Ghost Protocol, and this is the one where this is Brad Bird's movie, and Brad Bird, Michael Giacchino doing the score, and this is the one where it picks up the pace after 3. Like, I enjoy 3, and then we're into the jumping the gun, take the little joystick and go, you know. And I love this. It has Jeremy Renner, it has Ving Rhames at the end, but we get Benji joining the team, Jeremy Renner, a new woman whose name in this film is Agent Carter, but then I like how we get Agent Carter from Marvel, Peggy, Haley Atwell in the franchise later. It's really funny. So, Ghost Protocol, Brad Bird, is a magnificent movie. It's like if you took Michael Bay Transformers, like, work with me here, Transformers action, and The Incredibles spy-ness, and merged it into one franchise. Like Michael Bay, like Michael Bay car chases, and, like the Transformer car chases, and, like, Vroom Vroom, like, live action stuff, with Incredibles spy-ness, right? That's how I interpret this movie. not all the Mission Impossibles, but specifically the Brad Bird one. It just feels like that Transformers world for whatever reason alone. Every time I look at it, I go, that's the vibe. But I don't know. I love Tom Cruise climbing the building in this film, and then the dust scene, the sandstorm scene. Oh, it's tense, really. And then running around. Oh man, this film elevates it like so much better than Final Reckoning. Like, it just feels like a movie. It just feels like a tense movie, like a heist movie. And then they're both on the different levels. Like we gotta hope like these people have never met, right? So it's so crazy, and I love this movie. Just more than Final Reckoning. Like, the last 4 on this list are just phenomenal. So that's where I'm going. Ghost Protocol is number 4. Oh, and by the way, the whole end with the the little nuke coming at the building when Ethan goes, "Mission accomplished." I love that. I love that line delivery. So that's number 4. Number 3 is Rogue Nation. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but stay tuned for later this week when I have my Mission Impossible stunts ranked. But I love the top 3 are difficult movies. Like, they're so good. Joe Kramer with this opening scene, like 6 minutes of just and until we get our opening credits, like, it's this long. It's called the A400. Go look it up. Go look up the A400 by Joe Kramer. One of my favorite Mission Impossible tracks ever. And Joe Kramer isn't even one of my favorite composers, like, of all time. He's even one of my top 10 composers. And the Final Reckoning, I don't even have one track that is my favorite. Not one. Maybe there will be, like the plane one or something like that, but I don't even care. I didn't even care about the soundtrack. The A400, and then the Morocco Pursuit is when the motorcycle chase, like, he does a car chase and the motorcycle chase in which is like 10-minute sequence combined. Oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever in this movie. I love this movie. The underwater scene is pretty cool. I think the underwater scene in Rogue Nation is way better than Final Reckoning, in my personal opinion, because it's significant to the story. Yes, it's significant to the story and in Final Reckoning, but it's just my personal opinion. And the ending of the scene is tense, leading into Fallout. Speaking of Fallout, that is number 2. Rogue Nation is number 3. Fallout is at number 2. Now, I'll take it. I'll take the hit. Give it to me. Fallout should be number 1, and it on a depending day it could be. I might say I'm gonna watch Fallout, but it's not my number 1. Like, Lorne Balfe is the composer for Fallout and Dead Reckoning, which I'm gonna get ahead of myself talking about Dead Reckoning already, but Fallout has a lot of great tracks in this movie. I kind of based the movies a little bit off composers, because I love Hans Zimmer did Mission Impossible 2, and Danny Elfman did Mission Impossible 1. There are 4 composers for Mission Impossible that are in my top 10 composers of all time. It's incredible. But, you know, Fallout has great moments in the soundtrack. I love it a lot. But let me tell you that, I mean, there's great action set pieces in this movie, for sure. And any deciding day, this could be number 1. Like, it's so good. But there's moments here that I'm watching go, like, I don't know what it is. It's just, Fallout has a lot of great stuff in it. Like, there's a motorcycle chase, and when he's running to get Henry Cavill, it's like the music cues are amazing, and then he's jumps from building to building, like he has to jump out the building because he's like, I'm jumping out a window. Like, it's stuff like that. He's like, oh, I had it in 2D, my bad. Things like that. It's really funny, and it's like, I love this film. Nothing about it's wrong. I just have it at number 2. I just love one film more. And what is that film? Number 1 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. Used to be called Part 1. And you know what really disappoints me? I just, after watching Final Reckoning, I'm like, I wish Final Reckoning was so much better, had the same composer, because Lorne Balfe with Dead Reckoning, this film, I feel like Dead Reckoning, like after watching how disappointed I was with Final Reckoning, Dead Reckoning needs to be in like my top 10 films of all time, because I'm like, I'm like, but it's so good. The way they craft, it's not just the AI story, but the way they craft this like scene by scene by scene. I feel like the first 15 minutes but before the credits, before the intro rolls, could be a little bit squished down a bit, but the way they craft like the sub scene and the tense music behind it, and then they go straight into the whatever it is, CIA or whatever, the Mission Impossible Force, and they go into the credits, and then they go to the airport, then they go to Rome, and then they go to the train scene, or then they go to the rave, and then they then they do the running scene, and then they do the knife fight, and then they go to the train, and then they're done. It's such, and the music tells a story with this movie like nobody talks about, but I do. It's so, can I say it? Can I say so effing good that I'm like, guys, like Fallout is phenomenal. I understand all of you, but nobody understands movies like me. Dead Reckoning has like the most perfect soundtrack from any of these movies, and combined with that, the characters, by the way, all the characters are working together in this one. We get Haley Atwell, Vanessa Kirby, Palm Clementif, just addition in this, and Shea Wiggums and his partner, and yes, Shea Wiggums is in the Final Reckoning, but Elsa Faust in here, and I just wish that Elsa Faust didn't die. Like, we don't have Elsa Faust or Vanessa Kirby in the Final Reckoning, and that kind of adds a layer of, and I'm like, Dead Reckoning for me has so much goodness to offer in this franchise, and it's not the longest movie in the franchise. It's longer than Fallout, but I will take Dead Reckoning any day over Fallout. So that's why it takes the cake at number 1 for me. So guys, that's my ranking of all the 8 Mission Impossible movies. Let me know if you enjoyed this list. I know you guys certainly aren't going to agree with this. You're going to say, Fallout's the best, you little maniac. Hey, that's fine. I'm just giving you my thoughts. Again, not crap talking on Fallout. I love it. It's just that Dead Reckoning is like, loved it in theaters. Like, the train scene is phenomenal, and love everything about it. And just love how it parallels train in that one from the very first one. And then just Final Reckoning had like cool stunts I saw in the trailer and was like, that's it? Okay. Cool. Because I didn't know about the train from the Mission Impossible, from Dead Reckoning trailer. Maybe I did, but I don't think I did, because the only thing that they were teasing was the jump. It was like that motorcycle jump. Other than that, guys, let me know how you would rank the Mission Impossible movies down in the comment section below. I would love to see your list. Don't forget to leave a like. Do you agree with my thoughts on Dead Reckoning? Like, do you agree with the music and such, or you're just like, nah, it's not my favorite? I would rank it lower. Or do you rank it like number 2 and then Fallout at number 1, or do you just rank Dead Reckoning lower? I love to hear it. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Follow me where you can on social media. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm. Watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye, guys.